Hello everyone, it is 9 o'clock on April 5th, 2016. I am Babs, and welcome to episode 3 of the Funkenstein Wrestling Roundup, live on Damage 365 Radio Network. Tonight, my guest, I'm having the CZW champion, Matt Tremont, on. We're going to talk about CZW, On Point, H2O. He's just coming off a really successful title defense against Masada during WrestleCon weekend, so I definitely want to speak with him about that. So like I said, this is episode 3. Episode 1 featured Colin West of UWA Elite and CTW, Charity Wrestling. Episode 2 was a special taped episode with WWE Hall of Famer Cowboy Bob Orton, and I'm really honored to have Matt Tremont, the Bulldozer, on as my guest tonight. So we're going to go to commercial, and then I'll be back with the Bulldozer to talk all about CZW and all of his projects that are going on. So enjoy this commercial from our sponsors. Please support them. They support us, and we are very thankful for that. And then when we return in about 2 minutes, I'll have the Bulldozer on. So thank you for listening. I'm glad to be here with you tonight, and I hope you guys really enjoy this interview. So again, please listen to these messages from our sponsors and enjoy.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Hello, ladies. The Big Valbos.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Hello, ladies.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Hello, ladies. The Big Valboski here, and you're listening to Damage 365 Radio.
Hi everyone, I think we're having a little bit of technical difficulties there with our commercials, but I am back, and I do have CZW champion, the Bulldozer, Matt Tremont, with me live. Matt, thank you again for doing this interview.
Oh, no problem, Danny.
No, thank you. I know you're a very busy man. You have a lot of projects going on, so I want to jump right into it. Last weekend was WrestleCon weekend. You were with CZW. Welcome to the Combat Zone. During WrestleCon weekend, you took on Masada and defended your title in a no-ropes barbed wire match. So you've met Masada before. You're familiar with him. What was it like meeting him, though, in a title match? Was it different for you, and what was the experience like?
I think the WrestleCon and whole WrestleMania experience as a whole was a tremendous experience, very good. I had a good time, and the CZW event on Friday was a pretty big deal. At first, we weren't a part of it, and they later put us on the part of the WWN Live experience. So it was, meant a lot to myself, being the representation of CZW and the heavyweight champion to represent the Combat Zone throughout the weekend. And then, stepping into the main event, no-rope barbed wire match with Masada, which isn't the first time we've done it, done it elsewhere, but it was the first time at CZW. We collided for the title one-on-one and in a no-rope barbed wire match. It was brutal. It was bloody. Probably one of the most brutal matches I've had in CZW in quite some time. And, Masada's one of the best. He's the ultra-mild beast. Always takes me to my limit. And that was a very exciting encounter. I think the fans really dug what we were delivering. And I hope people watch it, on the replay, on the iPay-per-view replay, and hopefully see it on CZW Studios and check out the show in its entirety, because it was really good. And I thought we represented CZW well and gave Texas a little bit of ultra-violence.
Nice. I didn't get to check it out, unfortunately, but I did talk to some people and ask them what they thought, and all the comments and things that I had heard about the match said it was just amazing. It totally delivered. Something to be proud of.
I appreciate that. That's good to hear as well. And then really, that's all that matters to me. As long as the paying customers enjoy what we're doing and they get their money's worth, I'm more than happy with that.
Excellent, excellent. And how many people were there at the show? WrestleCon crowds are usually really huge. Do you know about how many people were there at CZW watching?
It would be hard to put someone and guesstimate on it, but all weekend, all companies did very well, and it was good to see that amount, that great amount of people come out individually, for all these different separate events. But I know, we did pretty damn good.
Hey, that's excellent. Did you get to check out anything? Did you go to WrestleMania? Did you check out any of the other events that were going on that weekend? And what was it like being just in that environment? Because it's such a huge, not just WrestleMania, but the WrestleCon, just a huge event.
Great atmosphere, great environment. I didn't see any issues throughout the weekend. I enjoyed myself personally at the Eddie Dean's Ranch for all the live events. Obviously, there for CZW. Was also there to check out Evolve and Kaiju Big Battle, and enjoyed myself there. Put myself at WrestleCon. There, representing CZW at the CZW table, and walked around and got to see a lot of legends and guys that paved the way for guys like myself to be able to do what I'm doing today. So it was really cool to see a lot of the legends there and signing and doing their thing. And overall, I enjoyed the experience, and it was a great time. And I look forward to next year in Orlando.
Excellent, excellent. I'm really glad to hear that, it was such a great event and it did very well, and then that you were successful in your match against Masada. Now, coming up this Saturday is the Best of the Best 15. You don't have a match. The tournament's going on, but I understand that you have an open mic and you have some things that you need to say. Do you want to give us a little preview maybe, or maybe what's on your mind going into that?
Yeah, 100%. I will not be in action this Saturday night. In my 6 years in CZW, I've never missed a show. A couple shows I haven't wrestled on, but I've never missed a show, and I've always been there. With back-to-back weeks of barbed wire matches, the biggest thing I learned was longevity, especially doing deathmatch wrestling. And I'm a little beat up, a little battered, so a weekend off is really going to be beneficial to me going forward as we're on the road to TOD and stuff like that. But I will take the mic. I got some things to say. There's a lot of guys in contention and trying to gain the title and get a match with me for the championship. So I got some grievances to air, and quite a few other things. So they're giving me an open mic on Saturday. I'm not going to say I'm going to be dropping pipe bombs or anything like that. 'Cause that's not my deal. But I definitely think the crowd will enjoy what I have to say, and it'll lead to a lot.
Excellent, excellent. I know there were a few people. I remember at 17, for example, Greg Excellent came out and did a promo that wasn't technically his style. He's usually more laid back, more joking around. He was very, very serious, and he wants that CZW title. And he did talk about getting a championship match.
Yeah, he's definitely, Greg's changed his tide of late, and a little bit more serious. And obviously he's definitely one of those guys looking to be in contention for the title. We saw what happened at 17. If you were at Proving Grounds 2 weeks ago, after me and Devin Moore in the ball bar match, he inserted himself as well, and we had a little back and forth confrontation verbally on the mic. So he's won. Danny Havoc's still out there who has the title shot. Joe Gacy might want something because his foot was on the ropes when he faced Greg Excellent 2 weeks ago at Proving Grounds. Who knows? Who knows who wants the title shot? But I'm ready for all comers. And we will see that all come to fruition this Saturday night at Best of the Best.
Excellent. And I have to ask, it's a really great field for Best of the Best. I know you're not wrestling it, but I'd like to know, do you have a favorite? I mean, there are guys in there like Leo Rush, a young new guy, Joey Janella, who's the on-point champion, David Starr, Jonathan Gresham, Shane Strickland, and then the newcomer, Ricky Shane Page. Do you have a favorite for Best of the Best this year?
The field is definitely diverse this year. A lot of up-and-comers, a lot of guys trying to prove themselves. The Best of the Best has always been one of the more prestigious, single elimination tournaments. You got Super 8, Best of the Best, and Battle of Los Angeles. Best of the Best is one of the longer tenure tournaments that's been around for a long time. A lot of great guys have won that tournament. If I had to pick out of the field of participants that have been announced thus far, I'm going to have to go with the guy that's pretty much stealing the show and putting his body on the line and tearing it up month in and month out. That's the bad boy Joey Janella.
Nice. Yeah, I've been really impressed. I remember at the 3rd anniversary for OPW, for On Point Wrestling, he took on, I want to say, it was Xavier Cross, correct? No. Who did he take on at the 3rd anniversary?
Oz Tyler. No,
yes, Oz Tyler. Excuse me. It was a rematch for Oz Tyler, who he had beaten for the championship. Excuse me, and it was a hardcore match. And ultra violence, and it was hardcore. And I remember you coming out and saying, these guys aren't hardcore guys. They don't typically do this. It's not necessarily their style. But I thought Joey Janella, he wrestled that style. I mean, he can do the high flying. I mean, he's really an incredibly talented guy, and a really great guy to be, I think, representing OPW.
100%. Whether it's been On Point or CZW or anywhere he goes, puts his body on the line and definitely. Gives the people their money's worth. He's been a great representation of Home Point Wrestling. He's been the champion since August of last year. He's taking on all comers. And at the next Home Point Wrestling event, he'll take on Tony Deppen on Saturday night, May 7th, at Nowhere to Run in Williamstown, New Jersey. Yeah, Joey's on a roll. He's the Home Point champion. He could become best of the best player this Saturday, so we got a lot of things going good for him.
Absolutely. And let's talk about On Point Wrestling. I'm a fan of it. I love On Point. I think it's great. So I want to talk about, how did On Point come about? How was that born?
3 years, a little over, about 4 years ago. Myself and Jeffrey Dean, also known as Loudy, he's the manager on the independent scene. We've been very good friends for a long time. He was one of the guys early on that gave me a break. Saw something in me and kind of, took me under his wing, gave me a lot of tutelage, to be successful later. And we were helping out a local promotion at the time in South Jersey, and we gained a lot of knowledge doing that. We were helping with the booking, helping with the promotion, and kind of went south towards the end because a lot of the guys that were originally with the company saw the progress that we were putting forth. And I guess a little jealousy came involved, and we lost our reins of the little power we had, which was unfortunate, but it wasn't a big deal because it was just kind of something that was thrown in our lap to begin with. But then at that point we then realized, well, we gained all this knowledge. We know how the ins and outs of this are done. Why don't we just start our own wrestling promotion? And that's pretty much how All Point came about. And now we can fast forward 3.5 years later, almost 20 live events promoted. And we're slowly and gracefully building a brand and putting forth a product every other month that, people are, as the slogan goes, emotionally investing into the All Point experience. That's all we want them to do every other month when we run. And that's giving them their money's worth. And from the time they walk in the door, from the time they walk out of the door, it's getting their money's worth and mostly investing in this product that we're putting forth every other month. And giving you a little something of everything, and like I said, so gracefully, we've been really, growing as a product as a whole, and we've been putting on some of our best shows in the last year. But pretty much that's how On Point began. Is we got an opportunity, we gained knowledge, and we're like, hey, let's just do this on our own, see how it goes. And we have never canceled one live event. We've been running strong now for 3.5 years.
That's excellent. Yeah, I think when you talk about investing emotionally, I think that, and I've been to a bunch of the shows, and I try to go every time I can, and I feel like the crowd really does invest in it. It kind of has an old school ECW vibe, where regardless of what they're watching, and it can be very varied from, hardcore ultra-violence to pure wrestling. I mean, you had the Masters of the Mat tournament, or high flying, because you had Tony Deppen and Unbreakable Andy, more high flyers, they're always invested, they're always excited, they're always into it, and they really just love it and what you're doing.
100%. I've been fortunate thus far to, get a lot of repeat customers. It's the same faces that have been coming now. Now our new goal is to continue to get new faces, paying tickets and getting, new butts in the seats. But, we've been doing good, and, like I said, the last year our shows have really been solid, and the fans are really enjoying the product. And I think a lot of it does help with, going back to the aura and atmosphere that we have. We run in a little, warehouse that holds about 150, 200 people, but, we're selling that place out now, and there really is a good underground fight club, early CZW Mansion with Dave vibe in there, and that's kind of our goal, that we wanted going in, and, so far so good.
Yeah, every time I go in there, it is packed to the rafters. People are standing, and, it's craziness. And again, everyone's just really having a great time and very, excited to be there and happy to be watching, the talent that they're watching. So I think it's a great fan experience.
100%. And I mean, as a business owner, that's what he's trying to do is create an environment and experience they enjoy and that they're getting their money's worth for. So if we can continue to do that, we're doing everything